can't get that close to the mic, so today we're going to do soft spoken. This is Ro from T Ro ASMR. Oh, you can see my foot. Okay, I'm taking my foot out the camera. I think as you can see from right in front of you, I'm going to teach you guys how to solve a Rubik's Cube. This has been something that I've been working on because I went on a little trip with some friends, and one of them was able to teach me how to solve a Rubik's Cube. So I thought it'd be a good idea to kind of start to teach you guys, because I felt like there's some good triggers here, especially with like just how it sounds. But yeah, I'm gonna do like a step-by-step how to solve it. So if you want to just relax and just kind of hear the triggers, I'm gonna talk through it. But if you actually do want to learn, this is a decent way to do it. I think there's a lot that you kind of just have to practice on your own. It took me a few weeks to figure it out, so it's not like it's definitely a hard thing to learn. You'll see why. But I'm gonna try to explain it as best as possible. So let's begin. So the first step, I'll go through just the basics that what I'll say. The first thing is called faces. So each side has a color in the middle that won't change. Those are called faces. So like this is the white face, this is the green face, this is the red face, this is the blue face, this is the yellow face. I think this is the orange face. I don't think I said that one. So those are the faces, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna start to solve the cube layer by layer. So this is the first layer, this is the second layer, and this is the third layer. So we're gonna be solving this cube layer by layer. So we're gonna start with the white face facing upward. So if this is the cube facing you, it's gonna be facing up. So when it's facing up, what you need to do is get this white across. So you want the middle pieces to match up. Now there's no specific algorithm for this. You kind of just have to figure out how to do it. Like, so I'm gonna push that over and get that up. Yeah, there's not really much to it. So I'm gonna do the other side this time. Make it face up. And I found the other middle one that I need, and so I'm basically, this is weird doing it with the camera, I will say that. You can move some other, like for these corners, you don't have to keep them down there. We're gonna do the corners later, but the main objective is to get this white cross like I just did. So even if there's a white corner there, it doesn't really matter. So once you've done that, you've done the first step. The next step is to make the faces match the bottom layer. So you want this blue to match this one, but it's not. So you want to flip this over and get it to this orange face. So then you're going to turn it that way, and you're going to make it face down. So then you're going to keep doing that. So we found the blue one, because we want the white on top to get to the bottom again. So we're getting that down again. And then once you do it right, you'll see that each one is there, and you can start to solve for these corners, because you want to complete the yellow first and get everything in its right place. So this is the hard part. So everything that we just did was just set up for what we actually have to do. So we can start to get these white corners to the bottom, because that's what we're trying to do. So if you look and see this white and see that it has red and blue, you want to get it to match the faces. So the orange and blue, that doesn't match this, so you want to move this top layer so that this red and blue matches this blue and red. It doesn't have to be exact, because there are different ways that this is going to show up, but the way this is showing up is that the white is facing you. That's right, you. So when white is facing you, you want to move it left, up, right, and then down. And then what you'll see is that it's in the right space, where it's blue on this side, red on this side. So this one, this corner, white corner, is in the right spot. So you want to do that with the rest of them. So you want to find another white corner and get it to match up with orange, blue, and it's facing right this time. So this is another way it can show up. So what you want to do is you want to make it go the right column up, left, down, right, and you'll see that it is in the right spot. So the whole point of these corners is to memorize how the white shows up and then do it that way. Like when it's facing upward, you want to move the right column up twice to the left, up twice, and then move it to the right, and then up twice, and then this is in the right spot. And then you keep doing that until everything is solved on the first layer. So you see how it's all solved there? So the first layer is done. So white solved on the bottom, this layer is done, and so now we're going to move to the second layer. So for the second layer, we put white on top. Okay, and for this aspect, what we're going to try to do is that we're going to try to line up this bottom with the face. So it doesn't always have to be a T, because sometimes like you'll see multiple things solved here. So this one is definitely a lot more difficult than the first one, a lot more steps to memorize. But what you want to do is that you want to see what's on the bottom. So we see that blue is on the bottom here, and then we want to move it in the opposite direction of the blue face, because you'd think you would want to move it here, but we're not going to do that yet. So we're going to move the whole bottom layer the opposite side of blue, and then we're going to take the right column, we're going to take a right hand, down, left, and then up, and then we're going to rotate the whole cube left, and then we're going to do the same thing we did but with our opposite hand. We're going to push it right, down, left, and then up. And what we'll see is that what we're trying to, this red and blue one is now in the right spot. So you want to keep doing that. So we'll find another one on the bottom. So this blue, you want to get it to be where it's supposed to be, right here, and then move it in the opposite direction of the orange. So opposite direction, down, left, up, and then turn the whole cube left. So with this one, you're always moving it in some type of opposite direction of where you would want actually think to. And then sometimes you get stuck in this pattern where you don't have anything on the bottom, and so this is a little tricky. But what you can still do is just do the same thing, but with this that you would want to get this orange here. So you're gonna move it in the opposite direction of that, and then do the same thing you normally would, down, right, up, and rotate left, and then is here, and then you'll find another one where you want it to get. So red, so opposite direction, down, left, up, then you rotate it right. So you want to rotate it in the opposite direction of how you were solving it. And then it's in the right spot. And then you keep doing it. Sorry about this crisscross applesauce business. Is no joke at all, actually. I'm filming on the floor, as any great ASMR artist would do. So, green on the bottom, orange, opposite, and then eventually you will get all the second layer solved. And so you are 2/3 of the way there. So with the last layer, you want to get the yellow face on top, because we haven't been touching yellow this whole time. If you were touching yellow at any point, then you were doing it wrong. You do not want to touch yellow at any point until this last part. So with this part, you're looking for a yellow R. So that's gonna be the first step. So if you have the yellow R, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this whole face and you're gonna rotate it to the right or to down. And then you're gonna do that algorithm where you had the white facing to the right. So you're gonna do up, left, down, right, and then move this back. And then you should get this horizontal line. Now once you get this horizontal line, you shift it to actually be horizontal. So it was like this before, you want to make it horizontal with you. And then you move it down again. Same thing, up, left, down, right. Then rotate it back. And then you should get the yellow cross like you were getting the white cross. So that's the first step. The next step is to make all these middle ones line up with the face. So these ones are out of line, but these ones are. So what you want to do is, if it is these two in line, you want to get the one directly to the right of it that's not in the right spot. So you always want to get the one that's not in the right spot, and then go up, left, left, down, left, up, left, down, left, and then you will get all of them in the same spot, the middle parts in the same spot. And then you want to solve for the corners. So this one is where you're trying to get corners in the right spot, but we have red and green. So this corner is in the right spot, but just all wonky. And what you want to do is make it go left, up, right, and then take the left column, move it up, and then top column left, down, right, down, and then didn't quite work for everything, then you do that again. Just doing this for time's sake. So you keep doing that on a correct corner until all of them are in the right spot. So green, orange, you know, they're all in the right spot. So see blue, blue, red, green, red. So all of the corners are in the right spot. Now this is the final stretch. So you want to get a corner in the top. You want to get a yellow to be in this top corner. And then you're going to push the whole top column so that the yellow is facing you. And then you want to do that same first algorithm, the up, left, down, right? And you want to keep doing that until yellow moves with it. And then you want to move it down one more time. You have to complete that movement for it to work. So once you get the yellow over, you still want to keep doing it. So same thing, keep doing the algorithm until you solve it. So if you were very, very skilled and were able to follow along, Well, hold on, I cannot feel my foot. Sorry about that. My foot fell completely asleep and no blood was circulating to my foot. And I actually got pretty scared in that moment. But I am back. And if you were doing it with me, you solved your Rubik's Cube. Great job. But if you were like most of the people who were trying to do that for the first time, you were not able to grasp everything, or you gave up in frustration, which is what I did the first time. So I'm gonna scramble this up again. For those who that hurt a little bit to see me scramble it up, it's okay. I've done this many times, and I'm gonna do this a little bit faster this time. I'm just scrambling it. But yeah, there are a lot of confusing aspects. I can't really tell you the why for anything that we just did. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do it faster and try to explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Because there are different ways that this can kind of show up and different things I need to do if that happens. So we're gonna do this one more time. I'm gonna do it a little bit faster and it's gonna be a little bit more confusing. But if you do get it immediately, then I am very proud of you. So we were able to get the white cross. I'll tell you, this is the hardest part because there's not really any science to it. You kind of just have to do it and figure it out. But yeah, I'm getting the blue face down, then moving to the orange, getting that down, and then all the stuff is lined up. Orange, blue, red, green is lined up. That's what we need to do. So all the setup is ready for us to do this first layer. Now, if you run into white being on the bottom, you can just do this out the first algorithm, the up, down, right? That is probably the most important one to know, just because it shows up in most of the layers, or at least a lot in the first layer and then a lot in the third layer. So if you get that part down, you're halfway there. So what I would suggest for you, if you're just starting off, is to just like practice that motion without even solving it. Just like keep doing the motions that I'm showing you in this first layer. So like when it's facing up, do that. Like practice like this motion of like the rotating left, rotating right, rotating. Just like practice that without actually solving the same with this. Just like practice that motion. Same with here, just practice that motion until you get it. Until you get the first layer done. So we do the first layer. Now we're doing the second layer. So we're getting this orange to line up, and then we see that it's green. So we're doing the opposite side of green. Down, left, or right, up. Then we're rotating it the whole way until we solve that part, and then we keep doing that. So we get green to red, then we do the opposite, red, and then you turn it where the corner's kind of still facing you. You still want, so it's like here, and you want to move it here. So you like want to move it in direction where this side is kind of facing you, because you want to fix this yellow, not the yellow, the white. So you get out the way, down, and then you get the white back up, and then you keep going, blue, opposite of orange, and then you're getting that white back up there until the second layer is done, and then you move on. Sometimes the R is not there, so if the R isn't there and it's just like these are blank or like they're not yellow, you can still do the thing where you move it down and then you do that thing and then you move it up. What it'll do is that it'll make the R and then you just do it again. But yeah, we get the horizontal, move it down, and then we move it back up. Don't forget to move it back up or almost everything up. Now we have the cross. Now we're just looking for these. Now sometimes these are not lined up. Like none of them are lined up, or like only one is. And so with that, you just have to keep trying until you get two of these lined up, and then do it to the right of that. So left, right, down, and then they are all lined up. So you just need to get two of the middle ones lined up, and then just do the one to the right of that, and then that will get all of them lined up. So if it's not working, just keep trying it with ones that are not done. So don't do it on the ones that are done, or it'll mess it up. But for the corners, you do want to do it with one that is done. But there are some times where none of the corners are lined up, and you just have to do it on a random one and then find the one that's lined up. Luckily, this one's lined up, so just go to the left, up, right, down, and then did I mess it up? Oh, no, then. Oh, I messed up. Okay. Hold on. Okay, this is a good time for me to just speed run solving the cube, just to show you guys my speed, because I think I'm thinking about it too much, and I can't do it. Just to show you guys what you're working up to. Okay. Solve those. Right down. Hopefully you knew the one that, like, when it's facing you. I don't know if we ran into that before. Well, hopefully you can see kind of what I'm doing, or at least how I'm thinking. Oops, that one was kind of loud. Sorry about that. Okay. And that might as well just stay over there. Okay. And see, sometimes you start with the horizontal line. Okay. And then sometimes, like I said, it doesn't line up perfectly, so you kind of just have to do it somewhere, see if it lines up. Sometimes it does, so then you, and then you're back to where we were trying to. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, so sometimes I told you the corners don't line up anywhere, so what you can do is you can just do it anywhere, and then find one that finally lines up, and then do the same. Why do I keep messing up? Why do I keep messing up? Okay. Yeah, I keep messing up. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, I kept messing up, but it's okay. So once you do it twice in the same, once you have one that fits and you do it twice, all of them line up. Oh, no, they don't. This isn't an exact science, I promise. Unless I messed something up down the road. No, I did not. So usually after 2 times it works, but this time it took a few. But either way, it's fine. And then you just, if it's on top, you can just keep going and keep doing that. And then move on to the next thing. Move on to the next. Move on to the next. Until you have solved the cube. So that is how you solve a Rubik's Cube. There is a lot more nuance to it, so you're not gonna learn just based off what I said, because you're gonna run into some confusing situation. So if you do run into those, comment and I can try to do it over. Like in the comments, I can try to help you. But if I'm getting a lot of like I'm running to this thing, I'm running to that thing, I'll do like a part 2 where I kind of go through like step by step. Like I teach you how to do like every single layer, like in a video, just so we can like figure that out. Because I like the Rubik's Cube. It's once you learn it, it's very fun, just to kind of like have as a fidget or just like as a party trick. So if I can teach y'all how to do that, that would be very special. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day. If you're able to solve a Rubik's Cube based off of this video, please put it in the comments at some point. That would really honestly make my day. But I don't see it. Like I was so confused for a while, and I needed to like, I basically had like a mentor. And I was like asking him questions like relentlessly. So if you're able to do that, you are an amazing person and you're very smart. But don't feel discouraged if you're not able to, because this is not enough. The video by itself. So yeah, have fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.